The Naugatuck Greyhounds are the 1988 Naugatuck Valley League football champions. They earned the title with an exciting 28-21 overtime win over Sacred Heart of Waterbury in the league playoffs last weekend. Naugatuck features a strong running game keyed by quarterback Rob Plaskey and running backs Jay Perez, John Black, and Jeff Pachetti. Plaskey also has two excellent receivers to throw to in Eric Mudry and Bob Mezzo. Ansonia needs a win over the Greyhounds to remain in contention for a berth in the CIAC Class S title game. The Chargers offense relies on the all-around talents of halfback Fran Hendricks and receiver Dave D'Onofrio. Sophomore Kevin Sharkey makes his first start at quarterback for Ansonia. From Jarvis Field in Ansonia, it's Naugatuck against Ansonia in their traditional Thanksgiving Day battle on Valley Cablevision's High School Football Game of the Week. Hello again, everyone. Ed Clements along with Buddy Chernovitz from Jarvis Field in Ansonia for the 90th meeting between Naugatuck and Ansonia on the gridiron. Buddy, the first things, the medical report on two players in this football game. Both players are rather doubtful. We'll see what effect they have here today at Jarvis Field. I'm referring to Jay Perez, an outstanding halfback for the Greyhounds, and Dave D'Onofrio, wide receiver for Ansonia.
It's something they're going to have to adjust. They've had a week to do so, and the ability of both people to play is going to be important, especially for the offenses of both teams.
All right, let's talk about some of the concerns that each coach has coming into this football game. When I talked to Coach Peters, he is concerned about the Ansonia explosiveness on the special teams, namely Fran Hendricks and Dave D'Onofrio. They've really done most of the damage for Ansonia offensively this year.
You're going to have to control the special teams unit of Ansonia. They've had some big plays. We saw them beat Shelton with a big play. They've had some big plays to beat Seymour. And the ability of that special teams unit to move the football and to get them good field position has been a helpful part of that offense. And Naugatuck's certainly going to have to do a good job against it.
Hey, let's also talk about the fact that Ansonia is starting for the first time at quarterback Kevin Sharkey. As our viewers might know, Keith Pelotowski out with a season-ending injury for Ansonia, and now in steps the athletic Kevin Sharkey. First start at quarterback, and it comes against Naugatuck.
Comes at an opportune time for Kevin, but it also is a time for him where it's going to be difficult to step in at this point. It's a big football game, traditional game, and he's going to have to play a real good football game and move that offense. It's had trouble all year in being consistent, and Kevin's going to have to add some consistency. He's a great athlete. He's a sophomore, and he's the type of young man that can step in and do the job.
All right, let's talk about the concerns that Ansonia coach Jack Hunt has. He feels he has to stop Ansonia's power running game right at the outset, or Ansonia could be in for a long day.
Yeah, that's Naugatuck's power game, and Naugatuck has had the ability with Rob Plaskey at quarterback. We saw him last year. He's a great athlete. He's able to run the option. He's able to throw the football down the field, and they're going to have to contain that offense and play a powerful defense to be successful today and to get themselves into the playoffs.
And we'll be right back with Naugatuck Ansonia football right after these messages. The scene is Jarvis Field in Ansonia for the 90th meeting of these traditional Thanksgiving Day opponents. Hello again, everyone. Ed Clements along with Buddy Chernovitz. You see the captains from both Naugatuck and Ansonia meeting in the center of the field. And just an update to our viewers. We talked about injured players from Ansonia and Naugatuck. Jay Perez, number 32, outstanding running back and defensive halfback for the Greyhounds, will not be able to go in today's game, as you get a look at the captains in the center of the field. So a big loss, Buddy, for Coach Craig Peters in this Turkey Day battle.
Jay Perez was the leading rusher on the football team with 114 rushes, also the leading interceptor, and one of the keys to this football team. He's certainly going to be missed, and he's going to be a tough young man to replace. Had the scoring leadership, and on the stat sheets for the Naugatuck Greyhounds, Jay Perez is the number one in an awful lot of categories, and certainly a man that the Naugatuck Greyhounds will miss. His place being taken in the lineup by another young gentleman who's going to have to perform very well here this morning.
Vic Von Secca, when they go to the wishbone, he'll be in at one of the halfback spots when the Greyhounds use the wishbone. Ansonia will receive the opening kickoff. Naugatuck won the coin toss, but they have deferred their option to the second half. And so we're moments away from the 90th meeting between Naugatuck and Ansonia. We referred in the pregame also to the fact that Dave D'Onofrio has had his physical problems. He is dressed, and as of now, with the whirlpool treatments he's received in the last couple of days, he is listed to start in this football game. So it ought to be interesting to see how effective Dave D'Onofrio is here today. Mentioning another aspect of the Ansonia attack today, first time ever as the starting quarterback for Ansonia, 6 foot, 168 pounds sophomore Kevin Sharkey assumes the quarterback reins. Vic Fonseca will be kicking off for the Greyhounds as we open up things here. For a little bit of perspective, this series began in 1900. And this is the 88th year of the series. There have been some years where Ansonia and Naugatuck have played a couple of times, and there are some other years where these teams did not meet. And all in all, the 90th meeting and the 88th year that they are getting together on the gridiron. Back deep for Ansonia is Hendricks along with D'Onofrio. D'Onofrio testing that ankle early on. Sun-baked Jarvis Field before thousands of people to make this an annual event. Greyhounds, as we mentioned, of course, Naugatuck Valley League champions. It seems a little strange that this game is not coming down to a championship. We might get into that a little bit later in the divisional setup. Greyhounds winning over Sacred Heart at Municipal Stadium. In overtime, they employed the Kansas tiebreaker. Hendricks with the football. Gets a block from D'Onofrio, spins and fights his way across the 30-yard line, and we're underway. Mike Hurston on the tackle for the Greyhounds. Let's get a look now at the Ansonia offense, and that revised Ansonia offense. In the backfield, you see Kevin Sharkey. On that line, one notable change at left guard, the sophomore John Pacheco, 5'11", 200-pound sophomore. First down for Ansonia, just underway from here at Jarvis Field. The Ansonia Chargers open up out of the wishbone. Hendricks out of the halfback spot, carries for a few on the play. Tied up there by Vic Fonseca. Let's take a look now at the Naugatuck defense.
In the backfield is number 23, Edward, they opened in the wishbone and went unbalanced to the wide side, just came with a straight handoff. The Ansonia team we know is going to try and limit a little bit of their offense as they come back out in the bone again.
Give again, that is Hendricks, the same play for a pair.
That will be by number 72.
Jeff Bacchetti on the tackle for the Naugatuck Greyhounds. Bacchetti, only a sophomore, going both ways for the Greyhounds.
Unbalanced in the first two running plays, just straight ahead, giving the ball to Fran Hendricks and trying to just dig out a couple of yards. They're third and about 2.5 here in the first key third down play of the football game.
Pelotowski is the fullback in the wishbone attack for Ansonia. Third down, Sharkey rolls, runs the football, and it's going to be close to the first down yardage. Dan Simoes on the tackle for the Greyhounds.
Kevin Sharkey's a very tough young football player. He just took the ball, came to the Ansonia side of the field after faking that dive inside, turned it up for the first down, about a 4.5 to 5 yard gain. The initial first down for Ansonia, and just coming straight ahead type football out of that wishbone. Kevin Sharkey, I think you'll see him carry the football an awful lot today. He's very good speed and not wanting to do an awful lot with that ball, just turning up the field.
Ansonia actually in a power eye as D'Onofrio runs out of the tailback spot and upended after two. Stopped there by Kozinski, 6'1", 190-pound senior defensive end, and Jay, of course, the starting center for the Greyhounds.
Naugatuck will come out of that wishbone also, and it's going to be just a bang slugfest out there. Offensive lines are going to determine a lot as they're unbalanced again to the near side.
Now the Chargers definitely in the wishbone. D'Onofrio and Hendricks are the halfbacks, and Hendricks is stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Stopped at about the line of scrimmage.
Vic Fonseca from the defensive end tied Hendricks up at that point. No pickup on that play as you get a look at the Ansonia sidelines here, right in front of the press box where we happen to be stationed, and very happily so on this cold November day, Thanksgiving Day of 1988.
Key third down here. First time they've got a distance to go. We'll see what type of philosophy, game plan the Chargers will employ here on 3rd and long.
Ansonia in the I formation, 2 wide receivers out to the near side, and the sophomore is going to put it up. Overthrows Willits at the 40-yard line of Naugatuck.
It is now 4th down and about 8.
Ball was overthrown, never had a shot to really get it. Sharkey just sits. They've got an open look to this side, 2 receivers side. The inside just turns out right there, number 12 for Ansonia. Willits just to the sidelines, overthrown. You see D'Onofrio in your picture. He just tried to drive across the middle and open it up. It's going to bring up a punting situation, 4th down on the 47-yard line. Chargers 1 first down in that first drive and now have to give the ball over to the Naugatuck Greyhounds.
Kevin Sharkey is going to be punting the football. That normally falls to D'Onofrio, but you got to think with the ankle problem, they're certainly not going to have him kicking. A high punt and a good punt by Sharkey, and a fair catch called for on the other end by Naugatuck by Plasky at the 37, and the Greyhounds will put the football in play, their first possession of the football game. And let's take a look right now at that Greyhound offense. Of course, in the backfield, led by the 2-year starter, Rob Plasky. Also in the backfield out of the wishbone, it's going to be John Black and Victor Von Secca at the halfbacks, and the fullback is Bacchetti. Also looking at that veteran line, too, anchored on the left side by Mark Swanson and Will Malls. First down for the Hounds. That is Vic Von Secca getting the first down carrying, crossing the 40-yard line before he's tied up by number 50, Bob Berlinger, from his linebacker spot. Let's look at that Ansonia defense. That's a defensive unit, buddy, that really has done the job all year long for Ansonia. Ansonia's problems have been more on offense than defense.
They certainly have, and with the Chargers now playing bone, wishbone, and Naugatuck playing the wishbone, that defensive football teams are going along the line of scrimmage to determine the outcome of this game.
Line of scrimmage is the 40, and Von Secca picked up 3 yards on the first down carry. Split backs now for the Greyhounds. A long count at the line of scrimmage by Plasky. 2 wide receivers either side of the field. Straight ahead, Bacchetti not able to get on track. The center of that Ansonia defense led by Kinnebrew and Berlinger.
Good job on the read that time. They tried to pull the guard, come back on a little counter or buck trap inside. Watch the top of your picture. The guard at the top, left guard comes back on the trap, and right there Kinnebrew meets him solid at the hole. No place for the back to go. He lost about a half a yard, and big 3rd down play right away for the Naugatuck Greyhounds as they go out of the bone again.
Split backs, 3rd and 8 for the Greyhounds. Rob wants to put it up on 3rd down under a rush, gets it off. It is incomplete. Kevin Sharkey on the defensive play for Ansonia, and the pass was intended for Mezzo, Bob Mezzo.
Great pressure inside. The 2 linebackers come for Ansonia. Right there you see number 55, Mangato, getting a piece of Plasky as he released it. Watch Sharkey come right through and knock the ball away. Not a great defensive play. Sharkey both on offense and defense assuming the leadership role here. Only a sophomore football player. And Kevin Sharkey, a lot of this football game will depend on Kevin.
Back to punt the football away is Campbell, Mark Campbell, number 16. And it goes out of bounds on the near sidelines, and now it's up to the officials to spot the football. We're scoreless here in the first quarter of play between Naugatuck and Ansonia. Back after this. Welcome back, everyone. The ball has been spotted at the Ansonia 45-yard line, so a short punt for Naugatuck puts Ansonia in excellent field position early on in this football game as the Chargers in the bone. The quarterback, the sophomore Sharkey. Pitch, Hendricks with some blockers in front of him. Hendricks cuts it back in, crosses midfield, and a loose ball. That might be ruled as a dead ball. Sharkey appeared to have been on the ground, and Will Malls and John Fruin, along with Plasky, on the tackle for Naugatuck.
They're going with a pitch just to the short side. They're unbalanced. You see right here, Hendricks doing a good job getting up the field, very close to a first down. When he cuts down, ball pops out. It'll bring up a 2nd and short. Excellent run as they went to the short side that time. Fran Hendricks getting up the field for about 9 yards.
Ansonia in that bone. The up back is the captain, Marty Pelotowski. Hendricks again upended at the line of scrimmage. Maybe fell forward for the foot in the first down. Clarence Winston from his, along with Mark Swanson on the tackle for the Greyhounds. Clarence Winston, buddy, a very agile middle guard. He's 5'9", 165-pound junior, and of course the chief strength of someone like Clarence Winston is great speed, quickness.
Needs that quickness inside with that offensive line of Ansonia. They are a very big group of young men. Going to measure here as Fran Hendricks is very close to that first down, and he's going to get it by the nose of the football. Second first down for the Chargers as they took over the football on their 45, now down to the plus 45 of the Naugatuck Greyhounds.
Our cameras just panned the thousands of people here at Jarvis Field, sun-baked Jarvis Field, Thanksgiving Day 1988. Valley Cablevision's high school football game of the week. Hey, a reminder to our viewers too that at the conclusion of this football game, Derby Shelton highlights coming up. D'Onofrio, near sidelines. David D'Onofrio with the football gets down to the 30-yard line. Number 38 on the stop for the Greyhounds, Clarence Winston.
And he made a fine run.
Coming again to the short side, they're getting Naugatuck to overshift. They just pitch the ball outside D'Onofrio. Pelotowski on the lead, and D'Onofrio makes a nice cut right here, turns it up the field for a 15-yard gain and another first down. They're down to the 30-yard line as the Greyhounds are going to take a timeout right here. Good, solid play by that offensive line and the lead blocking of the Ansonia Chargers as Coach Hunt, right there in your picture. Excellent start in this football game for the Chargers offensively.
Speaking about Jack Hunt, buddy, you had a chance to ask the head coach of Ansonia about the quarterback situation, and here's what Jack Hunt had to say.
Well, hopefully not. Kevin's going to start. Kevin's our starting quarterback. He's throwing the ball real well. David's a little banged up. He's got a twisted ankle, and his shoulders really bother him. That's why he's not in there. But hopefully he'll be able to, to run with the ball and catch the ball. That's what we're looking for out of David.
Coach, you come in with a football team that's already wrapped up the NVL title. They're a strong club. What do you have to do on offense and defense in order to be successful?
Well, I think we have to, limit ourselves, no mistakes, and shut down they run power off tackle. I guess they're going to be a little limited today. I know they're missing Perez, who's a fine back. And we're going to stop the option and stop Mudry.
Coach, again, thanks for stopping by. Best of luck, and we hope to see you in that postseason.
Thank you.
Welcome back, everyone. We're in a timeout period here at Jarvis Field, still in the first quarter. Both teams feeling each other out at this point. Naugatuck, we mentioned a couple of times. The Naugatuck Valley League champs, Ansonia, was 3-1 in their own division, as you see Coach Craig Peters in the defensive huddle. Ansonia was in the same division with Sacred Heart. Sacred Heart won out in the small division. Naugatuck and Sacred Heart played for the title a week ago. And Naugatuck ended up with that thrilling Kansas tiebreaker win over Sacred Heart. First down for Ansonia. Blockers ahead of Hendricks on the pitch. And Hendricks fights his way inside the 25-yard line to about the 23. But Kenny on the tackle for Naugatuck.
Again, they're going to the short side of the formation, and Naugatuck is downshifting. They're shifting to that long side, and Hendricks, with pretty good speed, is able to get outside to that short side and turn up the field for about 6 yards. You see there the tackle being made by Muketti, number 33, the sophomore for Naugatuck. But the Chargers are doing a good job in getting to that short side of the formation.
Wishbone for Ansonia. Nothing fancy, power football. David D'Onofrio slides off the left side for a pickup of a couple on the play. Stopped by number 35, Vic Von Secca, sophomore defensive end. Buddy, as good a time as any is to mention that Ansonia is rotating in this football game. 3 tight ends. At any time, our viewers might see Johansson, who drew the start. They might see Burkowski or Duncan Delavolpe, all shuttling in and out at that tight end spot, bringing in the plays from the sidelines. Right now, setting up at the left tight end is Johansson. Straight ahead, D'Onofrio for an apparent first down inside the 20-yard line. Will Malls, Winston along with Swanson, all in on the tackle for the Greyhounds.
Ball control, very important part early in this first quarter as the Chargers in their second possession, starting on their own 45, are now down inside the 20. Pretty much straight ahead football, a little pitch to Hendricks outside, taking advantage of the Naugatuck defense in their overshifting a little bit to that unbalanced, and they're doing a good job of just coming straight ahead of the Greyhounds.
Ansonia unbalanced to the left side, and they go to the other side. That's Hendricks on the pitch out, and Hendricks again a fine pickup on first down.
They're getting a soft corner out there for Naugatuck and taking advantage of it. The two lead backs, especially D'Onofrio, coming around the corner with Hendricks. As Hendricks picks up another 6. You see the short side, the guard getting out in front of it also. And as they come around the corner, they're just conveying Hendricks, allowing him to pick up that yardage again, about 6 yards, a big first down carry for him. And nothing but straight ahead football and taking advantage of the formation more than anything else with the Ansonia running game.
Line of scrimmage is the 13. D'Onofrio hurdles the center of the line, and he gets to about the 10-yard line, maybe inside the 10.
Very close again to that first down. He's going to come up about a half a yard short.
Stopped there by Rob Plasky, 5'10", 170-pound senior
Watch
safety.
D'Onofrio get airborne here as he comes through. He's just finding an opening and then getting across. He's not trying to get more than 2 or 3 yards on a carry, and that's what they're doing here as they bring up another third and very short right at the 10-yard line. Chargers in their offensive philosophy here have limited what quarterback Kevin Sharkey has to do, and the offensive backs are running very hard straight ahead. Kinnebrew with the leading back and leading blocks.
Chris Kinnebrew has just been inserted at fullback, and Chris Kinnebrew paves the way for Hendricks in the Ansonia first down inside the 10-yard line. Swanson on the stop for Naugatuck. Number 40, just a play ago inserted, 6'1", 278-pound junior Chris Kinnebrew.
Kinnebrew and D'Onofrio just conveying the backer, providing the convoy for halfback Fran Hendricks as he is down around the 7-yard line, first and goal. Excellent drive, 5th first down for the Chargers, the 4th one in this drive.
And it's a first and goal for Ansonia at the 7 of Naugatuck. Pitch. D'Onofrio trying to find some room and unable to get outside contained is David D'Onofrio. Number 70, Will Malls made the play along with linebacker Dan Simoes.
That time they came up on the corner, that time took away that pitch. You see outside as they try to come wide here with D'Onofrio, the two backs inside trying to block Pelatowski right there. But D'Onofrio has no place to go, and they close him off right at the 10-yard line, about the 9 by the time they spot it, and it brings up a 2nd and 9, a loss of 2 yards, 3 yards actually for the Chargers as they come up now 2nd and long at the 9-yard line. Good defensive play that time as Ansonia balances up.
Duncan Delavopian at tight end. Sharkey on the option, still with the football. Gets hammered at the 6-yard line on the second down play.
Sharkey came with the option. Ansonia tried to balance up that time.
Rob Plasky on the stop for the Greyhounds, seeing double duty here. Remember, Jay Perez unable to go for the Greyhounds, a big loss. Perez a two-way player. This forces Coach Craig Peters to use Rob Plasky on defense. 3rd and goal. The line of scrimmage is the 6-yard line, and the Chargers go to a passing formation. That is Hendricks going in motion. Sharkey's going to put it up on 3rd down. His receiver, it is picked off at the goal line, the 10-yard line with the football. Dan Simoes finally wrestled down at the 24-yard line. So Kevin Sharkey's pass is picked off by linebacker Dan Simoes, and he brings it out to the 24-yard line.
Going to get a penalty on that. Kevin Sharkey threw the ball as Hendricks came in motion to the near side. Watch Hendricks come in motion. He's already out of your picture. Sharkey sets back and throws the out route right there. Simoes steps in front of it, and you're going to see a clip right at the top right there as Simoes cuts back up the field. Be brought back, but a big play for the Naugatuck defense as they bent a little bit but did not break on that series. Ansonia took the ball from their own 45 down to the 6-yard line. An excellent drive by the Chargers, but they could not put it into the end zone. Naugatuck comes up big on defense with that interception, and the Greyhounds will start inside their own 10-yard line, but certainly a big defensive play.
Well, now, hold the phone, everyone. There was a roughing the passing against Naugatuck, and that gives Ansonia an automatic first down, and the football halfway to the goal line. And only 37 seconds remain here in the first quarter. So Ansonia, a big break early on in this football game. So instead of the Greyhounds with the football, Ansonia now holds the football, and another chance for the Chargers. Fran Hendricks out of the right to left halfback spot into the end zone from 4 yards out, and Ansonia has gotten onto the scoreboard first.
And everything that I just said is going to hurt even more as the Greyhounds had the football. They lose it on that penalty, and Fran Hendricks comes right back off tackle to the right side as he follows everyone into the end zone as they just drove the Naugatuck Greyhounds back off the football. Lally Coughlin on that side along with Berlinger, and the ball in the end zone for the Chargers. We have a penalty here, and it's going to be unsportsmanlike against Ansonia, and the question is, did it come after the touchdown?
And that is a key consideration. If it is a dead ball foul, the touchdown stands.
If it isn't, which it is going to stand, so that Naugatuck now does not catch the break in that. The penalty will come after the touchdown will stand. So Naugatuck saw their attempt to stop the Chargers on the interception, take it away, and now a penalty comes just after the touchdown is scored, and the Chargers hold that 6-0 lead.
Adam Hallett will attempt the point after, and he has been accurate all year long, and he only has missed one. And he kicks another one for the Chargers, and Ansonia leads it by a score of 7-0. And we'll see the mark-off of the penalty on this kickoff now, because the penalty was against Ansonia. It was a dead ball foul, and you'll see it marked off on this kickoff. Ansonia leads it 7-0. And Buddy caught up with Coach Craig Peters of the Greyhounds before the football game, and he asked the 16-year head football coach at Naugatuck High School the reasons for Naugatuck's success this year.
I think the fact that we're a pretty well-rounded football team. We have no real superstars. The kids play together. We play tough defense, and offensively we have a variety of weapons, and we're able to utilize all areas of the football field, offensively and defensively. I think that's been the key to our success.
Coach, the one key today, if you had to name it, in being successful against Ansonia?
Well, you know, they got a lot of weapons themselves. They got two kids there, Hendricks and D'Onofrio, who seem to be scoring from any part of the field anytime they want. And then, of course, you got the Giants on defense up front. The guys are huge. You know, they're just big high school football players up front on defense. Those are the two keys today. We have to control those big guys, and we have to control those small, skilled kids.
Coach, again, thanks for stopping by. Congratulations again on the NVL title, and best of luck.
Welcome back, everyone. Ansonia will be kicking off from their 25-yard line. That's a 15-yard infraction on a dead ball foul coming after Ansonia's touchdown in this football game. We are really winding things down here at Jarvis Field. 18 seconds showing on the scoreboard clock. And this will present Naugatuck with excellent field position. Let's kick. Kinnebrew can really boot one. And Kinnebrew gets his foot into the football. Does a good job. Gets it down to the 35-yard line.
That's
John
the
Black.
47, Edward. 47, tough to pick it up, but it's right about the 48-yard line of the Naugatuck Greyhounds, as the first quarter is going to come to an end with the Greyhounds very close to midfield.
John Black was the young man for Naugatuck that returned the Ansonia kickoff, and the Greyhounds presented with that excellent field position. Scoreboard clock showing no time, and that happens to be the case, as you see the indication by one of the officials. We played one quarter here at Ansonia. Our score, Ansonia 7, Naugatuck nothing. Welcome back, everyone. First play from scrimmage, a loose football. A little bit of problem when Plasky received the snap from center Jay Kozensky. Plasky fell on the football, loss on the play, back to the Greyhound 46.
This is only the second possession by the Naugatuck Greyhounds. They had a 3-play possession, had to punt the football. They need to get on track. They need their offense to have some time with the football, and they're going to have to get a drive going here. They need to establish the ability to move that football and get a couple first downs.
Wishbone offense for the Greyhounds. Plasky wants to put it up on second down. His receiver out there overthrows Mudry on the far side of the field. Going back in coverage for Ansonia was Mungato, along with a monster back, Marty Pelotowski.
Tried to hit the turnout route. Pulaski threw the ball way over the head of the intended receiver. It's another big third down for the Naugatuck Greyhounds, 3rd and 12. Started out with excellent field position here and have not really been able to capitalize their second possession. They do have 1 first down, but have not, or excuse me, no first downs, but have not really been hitting on all cylinders.
John Black with the football, tied up after Black gets to the original line of scrimmage at the 48. Stopped there by Flaherty of Ansonia, as the Greyhounds broke the bone on 3rd down.
Try to come a little inside scissors. Good job by the Charger defense playing off, and about a 2-yard gain, but brings up a 4th and 10 as Naugatuck is going to have to punt the football for the second time here and give it back to the Chargers.
Mark Campbell will be punting for Greyhounds and gets a low punt off, and the Chargers are going to just watch it, namely Fran Hendricks, roll dead at the 20-yard line. And Ansonia takes over.
Mark Campbell rolled dead.
Reminder to our viewers that at the conclusion of the football game, Derby Shelton highlights in a big Housatonic League battle played at Finn Stadium in Shelton. And you're watching our Cable 10 Sports Valley High School football game of the week, the 90th meeting between these longtime rivals, Ansonia High School and Naugatuck High School. Ansonia leads it early on in the second quarter, score of 7-0. Wishbone for the Chargers. D'Onofrio trying to get outside to contain, finally dragging him down, sophomore defensive halfback John Fruin, but not before D'Onofrio picks up a fine 4-yard gain on first down.
Again, they're going to the short side of the formation. D'Onofrio just bounced it outside. You see Hendricks with a good block and then getting to the corner before he is picked up and caught by John Fruin, the sophomore. But another 5-yard gain for the Chargers as they are doing nothing more than coming straight at the Naugatuck Greyhound defense and picking up plus yardage almost every time they carry the football.
Checking in at tight end is F.J. Burkowski. Second down, flags are dropped on the play, and let's await the call.
That gave you a good look as they came again to the short side of the formation. They are unbalanced to the far side. They brought their guard over. As you see Jim Carey there, illegal procedure against the Greyhounds. It will bring back the ball back too close to the initial line of scrimmage, right around the 20-yard line, bringing up a second down. But the Chargers are going back to the short side of the formation. The Naugatuck football team probably did not practice a great deal against that all week, and they have had to make some adjustments. So far, they haven't really done a good job in getting back to that short side with their defense.
Second down, second now and 10 for Ansonia, and Sharkey on a delayed handoff. That's Hendricks through the center of the line and getting close to the 30-yard line before he's wrapped up by Jay Kosensky.
Perez came on the delay or the draw play out of the eye. They split out a little bit this time, gave the Greyhounds a different look, and just a straight-ahead handoff. Good job selling the draw by Sharkey as Fran Hendricks picks up about 7 yards on that and brings up a 2nd and short or 3rd and short for the Ansonia offensive unit.
Well, checking in at the fullback spot in place of Pelotowski is Kinnebrew, and a straight handoff to D'Onofrio on the 3rd and short for Ansonia. Clarence Winston from his middle guard position on the tackle for Naugatuck, and it's an Ansonia first down.
D'Onofrio is coming up big on the short yardage plays. Again, Kinnebrew leading him through along with Hendricks, and then D'Onofrio just straight ahead. He just puts his head down and keeps his feet moving for that first down. He picks up almost 4 yards on that, on a big carry for the Charger offensive unit. That offensive line is doing a good job driving that Greyhound group of young men back off the ball.
Kidderoo still in at fullback. The pitch, that is Hendricks, and he is stopped after a pickup of maybe one on the play at the 34-yard line.
Kaczynski did a good job keeping him inside, and then the inside linebackers came up, made the play as again the pitch to the short side. Kidderoo, D'Onofrio leading. Fredericks turns up inside, and they stop him for about 1 yard on that. Good drive, or good job defensively by the Greyhounds to the short side.
Let's give credit to Fonseca for the tackle for Naugatuck. 2nd and 9 for Ansonia, the ball at the 34. Sharkey on the option, fakes inside to Kidderoo, takes it himself, slips up at the 35-yard line, so it's going to be a 3rd and long for Ansonia.
Tripped up on about the 35-yard line.
Look into the huddle now as the Naugatuck defense, good job in the first 2 plays of this drive by the Chargers. They bring up a 3rd and long. First time they really had them in a 3rd and long in this first half of football. See if the Chargers choose to throw the football.
Sharkey on the option with the football, pitches out at the last moment. That is D'Onofrio going nowhere, stopped by the right side of the Greyhound defense, led by Vic Fonseca.
Sharkey does a good job coming outside and then pitches at the last moment just before he's hit, but D'Onofrio is contained very well as Fruin closed it off up top. Pitch went really nowhere, and it brings up a punting situation for the Chargers.
Back to punt the football away is Sharkey under a rush, and he gets it off. And he is knifed under also by a couple of the Greyhounds. The ball is rolling dead on the other side of the field. And the Ansonia side is livid.
Kevin Sharkey was hit on the kick, and he's not getting up. He has an ankle problem right there at the top of your picture if we get the camera on him. And the fans are very upset that no penalty was called, as you see coming into your picture, the Ansonia staff. Sharkey went down. He was hit on the kick. Jim Carey there talking with Coach Hunt. We won't be able to get it on replay, but he was hit. They put a rush on him. The punt was released down to about the 26, 27-yard line, but Sharkey went down, and that's where he is right now.
And that does not look good for Ansonia. Sharkey in obvious pain at the 25. And when we resume action here at Jarvis Field, the Greyhounds will have a 1st and 10 in the line of scrimmage, the 27 of Naugatuck. As you see Coach Hunt out there, quite understandably very upset. And while we have this break in the action and our score Ansonia 7 and Naugatuck nothing, let's take this timeout. Welcome back, everyone. You see Kevin Sharkey being assisted off the field and on the bench. It doesn't appear that Kevin Sharkey is going to be playing any more football here. And the fans on this side still quite irate over a lack of a roughing the punter call on the Ansonia punt. 1st down play for the Greyhounds. Vic Fonseca, the ball carrier, tied up by Bob Berlinger from his backer spot along with Joe Willits. Buddy, not only does the loss of Sharkey mean they lost their starting quarterback, and he's done a fine job thus far, but
they lose a definite defensive cornerback who's had a great season for them. And that is more, I think, for them right now going to be a problem in getting someone in there to play that corner, because Kevin Sharkey has really been a strong player in the cornerback position.
Split backs. That is Plasky on the option with the football. Jeff Paquetti knifed under by the Ansonia defense. Now in the defensive secondary, Fran Hendricks came up to make the defensive play.
About a yard gain as the option outside. Plasky pitching the ball outside. Good job on the stalk block here in the lead back, but still coming up very strong outside for Ansonia. From that deep back position is Fran Hendricks, his safety position, and it brings up a 3rd and about 6 for Naugatuck, as they have not converted a 1st down, and their 3rd possession have not run more than 3 offensive plays.
Ball now at the Naugatuck 31, the Greyhounds in the bone. Plasky rolling, throwing, and he overthrows Mudry at the 40-yard line.
again, the Chargers come up big on defense. They throw the ball outside. Plasky's got a man running wide open, but he just throws the ball over his head. Is she right there? Number 24 for Naugatuck was wide open. Eric Mudry, third series for the Chargers. They have not run more than 3 plays in a series, and they are forced again to punt. We're going to see now who comes in at quarterback for the Chargers. D'Onofrio is the backup. We'll see if David D'Onofrio becomes the quarterback, as the ball is going to roll dead around the 34-yard line for the Chargers as they begin their 4th possession of this football game, enjoying a 7-0 lead with 4 minutes and 20 seconds left to go.
My guess
in
is,
this football game.
My guess is, buddy, that
first half of this football game. Excuse me. Go ahead.
It's going to be D'Onofrio, but as I finish my thought, I see number 7 out there that's going to assume the quarterback reins. 6 foot, 190-pound sophomore Duncan Delavolpe.
Duncan's dad is the offensive coordinator, and he has to know an awful lot about his son and his ability to handle this type of situation. We'll see how he does.
First down and a loose ball on the exchange, and Ansonia makes something positive out of it. Marty Pelotowski picked up the football and advanced it a few yards before he stopped by Moles and Bacchetti.
Pelotowski eliminated the middleman that time. The quarterback, he just picked the ball up on the ground and made a +5 for the Chargers. See, the ball is down. Pelotowski just steps down, picks it up, nonchalantly takes the ball forward for 5 yards. Excellent job by the senior captain, Mr. Keith Pelotowski.
Second down, 2nd and 7 coming up for Ansonia. The line of scrimmage is the 37. I formation.
Whoa, good hole inside that time.
Flag is dropped. Kinnebrew was running out of the fullback spot. Let's await the official's call. That's going to go against Ansonia. Illegal procedure is the call.
And let me correct myself. That was Marty Pelotowski on the carry. Keith, his brother, who was injured. Right there you see Kevin Sharkey. They're working on his ankle. Right now they are attempting to tape it. See what kind of support he has on that ankle as we are ready to play.
2nd and 11 for Ansonia after the penalty. Kinnebrew bangs forward as he crosses the 35 to about the 36-yard line. Stopped by Clarence Winston, the nose guard for the Greyhounds.
First numbers are 152288 and 151587. The third number,
Keith and Marty are cousins, so that I don't make a mistake on that one. Both excellent football players.
2 wide receivers either side of the field. Duncan Delavolpe has assumed the controls, and a delayed handoff to Hendricks, and Hendricks is tied up by number 77, Dan Simoes.
Straight ahead again on the delay. Hendricks no place to go. It brings up a 4th down for the Chargers. Naugatuck will get the football back with about 2 minutes left to go here in this first half, and it will give Naugatuck a chance to establish possibly their 2-minute offense. They have not done very well in this first half. They have only a +3 yards so far offensively.
D'Onofrio, in punting the football, gets off a fine one on the other end. That's Eric Mudry, and taken down by number 33, Harry Danley, from the for the Chargers.
Good punt by D'Onofrio. Mudry right there. He's got a sore ankle. Never really gets outside as Pelotowski gets a piece of him. Then he's just dragged down around the 24-yard line. Naugatuck has only 3+ yards. They are 0 for 3 in the passing. Have not had a first down. They're down around 1 minute and 45 seconds here in this first half of football and trail 7-0.
Plasky puts it up on first down, squares it out. That's Eric Mudry. Finally banged down is Mudry on the near sideline. Harvey Mangado greeted Mudry.
Mangado got him as they came outside. A little bit of a screen to the split end. Good blocking as the 2 inside linemen get up the field, and Mudry tries to turn it out. Here's a good block outside on number 25, who's in the football game. Back in at this point, Kevin Sharkey on defense. They turned it up the field for about 2.5 yards as a timeout has been called. Naugatuck trying to get untracked offensively before they go in at halftime.
1:24 remaining here in the first half of play at Jarvis Field in Ansonia, sun-baked Jarvis Field on this Thanksgiving Day of 1988. When we resume play here, the Greyhounds will have a 2nd and 7, and the line of scrimmage is the 28 of Naugatuck. And as Buddy mentioned, checking into that Ansonia defensive lineup, and there's no way I thought he was going to be back in this football game, Kevin Sharkey, number 25.
Kevin is a very tough young man, as we've seen all year, and nothing short of a very serious injury like a break is going to keep that guy out of the lineup if he can at all possibly play, and he certainly has come back in very quickly, having missed one offensive series, getting back on defense, and did a good job that time as they came outside with the screen.
They did an amazing job, Buddy. We were both watching the trainers and the physical therapists working on Kevin Sharkey. Amazing job to get him back into this football game. 2nd down for the Hounds, 2nd and 7, late stages of the first half. Buchetti gives to the up-back. That's Buchetti, the sophomore, carrying the football on the 2nd down. Stallings along with Mangato on the tackle for the Chargers.
Ball carried by number 33, Jeff Buchetti.
Thus far, Buddy, it's been that Ansonia defense we mentioned before. That defense has done the job for Ansonia pretty well all year long, and they have really been called on today, and thus far they've shut out a very good offensive team.
They've limited them to 3 plays in and out on offense. This is their 4th series, as we said, and they have not gotten untracked. They've contained Plasky pretty well on his offensive group of young men.
3rd down, Rob wants to put it up, a fly pattern. That's Mudry on the reception inside the 40-yard line of Ansonia. Double coverage by the Chargers. Sharkey finally on the tackle. So a 1st down for the Greyhounds inside the Ansonia 40.
Mudry just comes straight down the field. Plasky throws it up. Sharkey is there on coverage. He's getting help from the inside, but at the last moment, Sharkey just slips by Mudry. Mudry makes a great catch, a 36-yard reception. The 2nd completion for Plasky is he is 2 for 5 here. A timeout as they are down to the 39-yard line. The initial first down for the Greyhounds. They've got approximately 36 seconds left to go here in this first half. They are within striking distance after that first big completion in play by Plasky to Mudry.
This reminder to our viewers that today's coverage of the high school football game of the week is a presentation of Cable 10 Sports, Valley Cablevision Incorporated. It's intended solely for the viewing enjoyment of Valley Cablevision subscribers. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of Valley Cablevision is prohibited.
You do that so well, Edward. I wish I could get the opportunity. Maybe next week I'll try it again. I love that. Sounds so official.
1st down for the Greyhounds at the Ansonia 39-yard line. Time running down, less than a minute to go. Plasky's going to put it up in the air. Rob rolling to the right side under a rush by Coughlin. Gets it off. Incompleted pass. Buchetti was the intended receiver, but he was met by a few of the Chargers led by Captain Dave D'Onofrio.
Plasky does not really set as he throws the ball. Notice how it drifts a little bit. The receiver does a great job almost coming down with it, but he is hit almost immediately by 2 defenders. D'Onofrio won there and unable to come up with the catch. There's 28 seconds left to go here. The scoreboard tells it all as Naugatuck and Rob Plasky are ready to go.
Mudry to the bottom of your screen. I formation for the Greyhounds. They give it to Black. Black with some running room, and then finally knifed under Hendricks from the defensive secondary and the defensive play.
Black was banged pretty good as they tried to come with a little delay here. Plasky handing the ball off on the counter, and Black right there is grabbed, but he's going to get hit pretty good right here. Pelotowski coming up to finish him off. They picked up 3 yards, but right now that's not good enough for the Greyhounds. This could be the last play.
Let me give credit to the right tackler for Ansonia. It's fortunate for me I have 2 alert spotters here. That was Marty Pelotowski on the stick of Black on that last play from scrimmage. The incompleted pass brings up the end of our first half here at Jarvis Field in the 90th meeting between Naugatuck and Ansonia. Our halftime score is Ansonia 7, Naugatuck nothing. Back with the halftime activities right after these messages. Down the center of the field at Jarvis Field in Ansonia, you get a good look at the Naugatuck color guard and the Naugatuck High School marching band. They will be followed in the halftime activities by the Ansonia Pom-Pom girls. Our halftime score is Ansonia 7, Naugatuck nothing. Those were the Ansonia Pom-Pom girls, and before the girls, you saw the Naugatuck High School marching band. We're at halftime here at the Jarvis Field in Ansonia on Thanksgiving Day. Our halftime score, Ansonia 7 and Naugatuck nothing. Back with the second half kickoff right after these messages. Welcome back, everyone, to Jarvis Field in Ansonia, set for the second half kickoff. But before that, Buddy Chernovitz has a look at the first half statistics.
Ansonia certainly dominating in the statistics. Their rushing game, very powerful part of that first half of football. Their ability also to contain Naugatuck, giving up 14 yards on the ground. One big pass play, making up most of that 33 yards in the air. Naugatuck has to get untracked offensively in the second half. We'll see if the Ansonia defense can do as well as they did containing them as they're ready to go.
Chris Kinnebrew kicking off for Ansonia as we begin matters here in the second half. End over end, coming down deep. And fielded there by John Black. And the play is suddenly stopped, and we might do things over again here.
I don't see a flag or any indication as to why, but usually that means that the kicking team violated the line or that the defensive team started back out of their zones, the linemen, and that's what it's going to be. It's going to be against the kickoff team as they cross the line, and as soon as the penalty occurs, it blows the play dead. I did not see the flag, but that is the call.
So Kinnebrew tees it up at the 35-yard line. Number 40, Chris Kinnebrew. And John Black going back deep for the Greyhounds, along with Eric Mudry and John Fruin. And we do it again. End over end, a lower kick again, coming down to John Black. Ball is bobbled there. Black picks up the football, and it's Kinnebrew, the kicker himself, who greets Black inside the Naugatuck 20-yard line. So the Greyhounds go on offense, and let's see if the Hounds can get untracked here to start the second half. Ansonia leads at 7-0. On our Valley Cablevision High School Football Game of the Week. Mezzo out to the left side, Mudry out to the right side as the Greyhounds open up with split backs. Give inside to the fullback, Bacchetti. And Bacchetti picks up some good yardage on first down, about 3 to 4 yards. Tied up by number 76, Mike Diudo, who is now in at defensive tackle, 6'5", 250-pound junior tackle.
76, Mike Diudo.
Actually, credit Bacchetti with the pickup of 2 on the play. As the line of scrimmage is the Naugatuck 22-yard line. Just underway, second half. 90th meeting between Ansonia and Naugatuck. Lasky wants to put it up on second down, has Mudry out there. Mudry makes the reception. Stopped there by Sharkey from his defensive halfback spot.
Mudry is just going on a turnout route. Plasky hits him right at the numbers. Excellent throw catch, but coming up short. It'll bring up a 3rd and about 3 for that first down. As Naugatuck coming out. Good first down play for about 3, and now a 5-yard pass play to Mudry from quarterback Rob Plasky, but still short of that first down for the Greyhounds.
And a reminder to our viewers, too, that at the conclusion of the football game, we'll be making the presentation of the Fitzpatrick's Player of the Game Award. 3rd and short for the Hounds. Plasky wants to put it up on 3rd down. It's knocked down by Stallings. Ramondo. 6'7", 265-pound defensive tackle.
Big number 79 right at the top of your screen right here, gets those arms extended and does a good job knocking the ball down. Plasky unable to get the ball out over the reach of Ramondo Stallings. A lot of quarterbacks have had that problem all year. It brings up a 4th down. Naugatuck again unable to get any consistency in that offense as we begin the second half.
Gamble kicking away the football for Naugatuck. And his kick is going to just roll dead with fine field position coming up for Ansonia at the Ansonia 43-yard line.
Chargers with excellent field position, as Edwards said. They have had done a good job rushing the football, 95 yards in the first half. They had 26 rushes, again showing ball control, 8 for 14 yards for the Greyhounds. They've been able to hold on to the ball in the 5 drives that they had in the first half. They've had consistency, but they've been pretty basic in coming right at Naugatuck as quarterback Kevin Sharkey, number 25, the sophomore, is back in there.
Sharkey on the first down play gives to the big fullback Chris Kinnebrew, but Kinnebrew is unable to get started as the center of that Naugatuck defense meets Kinnebrew. Kosinski, along with Moles, Samos, and a host of Greyhounds converge on Kinnebrew.
Kinnebrew just bangs inside, and he almost gets to the outside here. Just as the whistle is blown, the ball is stripped. You'll see 24, Mudry stripped the football, picked up right there by Kevin Sharkey, but the whistle had blown.
So it's a 2nd and 10. Kinnebrew unable to pick up any yardage. Kinnebrew is the fullback in the wishbone. There's the pitch to Fran Hendricks. Hendricks on his feet, reverses his field, and gets down to, or gets to midfield, I should say. Hendricks did a good bit of running on that play before he was stopped by Fruin.
Hendricks is at his best in the open field. He comes to the short side again. Now right here he is contained. Good job by Kosinski closing it off. And now here where Hendricks becomes extremely dangerous is he just starts to the far side of the field. See him point there for blocking, and here he'll try and just sneak back, dips back up inside. About 3 yards short of that first down, but it brings up a 3rd and a very makeable first down situation as you look over the shoulder of Coach Hunt out to the 50.
Ball directly in midfield. Wishbone for Ansonia on the 3rd down play. D'Onofrio carries for the Ansonia first down. Dave D'Onofrio to the Greyhound 42. Fonseca and Plasky on the stop for the Greyhounds.
Comes straight ahead out of the bone. Again, the 2 lead blocks. Here you see Hendricks just driving people straight back off the football. Hendricks leading D'Onofrio. David has gotten that short yardage all afternoon for the big first downs for the Charger offense as they're down across the 45 into about the 42-yard line of the Greyhounds.
Ansonia staying predominantly in the wishbone. First down at the 42. The quarterback is the sophomore Sharkey. D'Onofrio leaps the line and crosses the 40 to the 37. John Fruin and Swanson combine on the stop for the Greyhounds.
Power eye back situation as out of the eye comes D'Onofrio again just over the left side. Diudo, Pacheco, Berlinger blocking for him along with the lead backs as they get another 5 yards. Again, straight ahead, tough yardage for the Chargers as they are moving the football again here in this first possession of the second half.
Burkowski checks in at tight end. D'Onofrio running the football to the 30-yard line. Number 11, Rob Plasky, 5'10", 170-pound senior captain on the tackle.
Sent Pelotowski in motion and opened it up a little bit inside, and D'Onofrio found a seam, gets down across the 30 to about the 29.5-yard line. David D'Onofrio leading the offense on the first drive here with 6:55 to go. Again, taking up a great deal of time, and that solid straight-ahead ground attack of the Chargers.
Wishbone Pelotowski is the up back in the wishbone attack on first down. D'Onofrio off the left side, stopped by Buchetti from his linebacker spot. Ansonia Buddy continues to alternate the tight ends in and out of the game.
D'Onofrio over the left side, just picking his spot as he gets up to the line of scrimmage. Another 5 yards brings up a 2nd and 5. As you look out at the crowd, the game is warmed up along with the temperatures as the Chargers looking to take a 2-touchdown lead here early in this second half.
Line of scrimmage is the 23 of Naugatuck. Wishbone for Ansonia. Nothing fancy. Straight ahead. Hendricks slides off the right side, but he is stopped by Kosinski along with Clarence Winston.
There's going to be a late hit that's going to come in against Naugatuck that'll give them, the Ansonia football team, a first down. You see personal foul. It's going to come here right at the end against Naugatuck. Number 11, Rob Plasky, is going to hit Hendricks as he goes down right here. And watch now, right there is going to come the late hit. It's going to be a big one for Naugatuck, and it will move the ball down around the 10-yard line for the Chargers as they are knocking at the door. Big touchdown here could maybe put this game out of reach the way the Naugatuck Greyhounds are playing on offense. Another touchdown certainly is going to make it extremely difficult for the Greyhounds, and they're going to really have to open up that offense to get back in it.
Ansonia knocking on the door at the Greyhound 11, actually just outside the 10-yard line. Third quarter action from here at Jarvis Field in Ansonia. Wishbone for Ansonia. D'Onofrio off the left side, hurdles the line to about the 8-yard line. Jeff Bacchetti on the tackle for the Greyhounds. Bacchetti has been around the football all afternoon.
That time, Kevin Sharkey looked right to the bench as D'Onofrio went inside. As Sharkey ran the option fake outside, there was no one there. We'll see if they decide to give Kevin the football and let him go outside with the option.
Elatoski behind him in the backfield. D'Onofrio, he gets the football. Knifed under a loose football, and the Greyhounds have come up with the football.
Again, the Greyhounds come up big. The first touchdown, we had the interception. Remember back where penalty took it away. This time, D'Onofrio fumbles the football. The Chargers lose a golden opportunity here early in this third quarter. And watch the handoff now. Sharkey has to reach for D'Onofrio. D'Onofrio never has it. He tries to find it. By the time the ball is kicked there by a Naugatuck football player back toward the goal line, and the Greyhounds come up big here with 4:50 left to go in this third quarter.
Vic Fonseca fell on the loose football for the Hounds. The Hounds have it deep in their own territory. Running out of the backfield for the Greyhounds on the first down carry, number 26, John Black. And with the absence of Jay Perez, Black is a major part of that running game. Fran Hendricks on the tackle for Ansonia.
In on the tackle was number 23, Fran Hendricks.
Greyhounds in the shadow of their goal line. Picked up an important fumble recovery moments ago by Fonseca. Let's see if the Greyhounds can convert again. The handoff from Plasky to Black. Stallings on the tackle for the Chargers.
They're just coming with a power back, straight ahead, fullback, halfback leading. Black close to the first down. It's a big first down for Naugatuck. They need this first down in order to get away from that goal line.
Straight ahead, Plasky for the Naugatuck Greyhound, first down. And with our score, Ansonia 7, Naugatuck nothing, let's take this time out. Welcome back, everyone. The Greyhounds have picked up an important first down. They have moved the football outside their 15-yard line. Third quarter actions. Wishbone for the Greyhounds. Black again barrels off the left side and picks up good yardage on first down. Stopped by Hendricks and Berlinger. Now the Greyhounds have asserted themselves.
They've run this play 3 times, just coming off tackle, lead block inside, Black coming off the right side or the defensive right side, Naugatuck's left side on offense for good yardage on that play. That's the 3rd time they've run it in the 4-play drive that they've had so far, and a big carry by Mr. Black as he has gotten them some breathing room.
It's about time that the Naugatuck pit animals assert themselves. That's what the offensive line of Naugatuck calls themselves. That is Bacchetti sliding off the right side for an apparent Naugatuck Greyhound first down. Coughlin along with Dave Linders on the tackle along with Stallings for Ansonia. 7-0 Ansonia, but this is anyone's football game. Line of scrimmage is the 30-yard line. Naugatuck has it, third quarter. Ansonia leads it 7-0. Wishbone for the Greyhounds. Black is met at the line of scrimmage by Stallings.
Stallings came down inside that time. He did not or had not done that in the previous 3 plays as Black made good yardage. This time he closed it off about a half-yard gain as that large crowd of people on the Ansonia sidelines, they enjoy a 7-0 lead here as we wind down very close to the end of this third quarter of football, going very quickly as both teams are staying predominantly on the ground in this football game.
Greyhounds double tight end formation. The option, the handoff to Bacchetti. I don't know if it's a loose ball or not, but if Bacchetti held on to it, he's hit in the backfield. Stallings around the football. Mungado.
Ball carried by Rob Plasky. Fine job done by
Plasky unable to get the handoff out on the veer option. Reed was indecisive that time. Rather than the fumble, he held on to the football, and a good job by both Bacchetti and Plasky in preventing the fumble as Ansonia inside read that play very well.
Kinnebrew, Stallings, Mungado, Pelotowski all had a piece of the ball carrier. 3rd and long for the Greyhounds. Line of scrimmage at 28. Let's see if Plasky puts it up. He does. Near sidelines has a receiver out there. Mudry, and he catches the football, ruled out of bounds on the near sidelines. Double coverage for Ansonia. Hendricks along with Sharkey. With a break in the action, let's go to our Cable 10 Sports flashback. Naugatuck quarterback Rick Bacchetti took over on his 20-yard line with 1:59 remaining in the game and his team down 6-0. He began the drive with a completion to his tight end Steve Kroos. Then later in the series connected on successive first down pass plays to Gordon Gregg and Kroos again to move the ball inside the Ansonia 20. With a 3rd and 7 from the Ansonia 13, Bacchetti found receiver Joe Pascal in heavy traffic in the end zone. The extra point gave the Greyhounds the exciting last-minute come-from-behind victory. Welcome back, everyone. Let's take a look at that last play from scrimmage.
Plasky on the roll to the near sideline. Mudry does a great job here getting the football, but he's out of bounds. An excellent catch. Good coverage by Kevin Sharkey.
Campbell on the Naugatuck punt, and that's going to bounce against the Greyhounds. Now it just settles down at the 41-yard line of Naugatuck. And Ansonia has excellent field position. Time winding down here, under a minute to go in the 3rd quarter of play.
Excellent series for Naugatuck in that they made 2 consecutive first downs, got a little bit untracked here in the 3rd quarter, but that will pretty much end their control of the ball in the 3rd quarter, as by the time they touch it again in the 4th quarter, we'll see what Ansonia is able to do. Stallings right there at the top of your picture a little bit early. Or excuse me, not Stallings, 76, Mike Diudo.
And that's going to go against Ansonia. Legal procedure is the call. So it's a 1st and 15 for the Chargers. The line of scrimmage now, the Naugatuck 46-yard line. Moments away from the end of the 3rd quarter of play. It's been a good one in the 90th meeting between these 2 fine high schools. Pelotowski is the up back, the full back. D'Onofrio leaps, hurdles over the left side on the 1st and 15, gets to the 43. Stopped there by the linebacker Samoz Bacchetti along with the nose guard Winston.
That's going to do it for the 3rd quarter of football.
And our score, Ansonia 7, Naugatuck nothing.
1972, the year Valley Cable Crews begin constructing a cable television system. Workers climbed poles, pulled strand, installed electronics. Now, after 16 years of wind and wear, snow and rain, crews are rebuilding the system, again climbing poles, pulling strand, and installing state-of-the-art electronics, continuing the tradition of superior quality at Valley Cablevision.
Welcome back, everyone. We're set for the 4th quarter of play from here at Jarvis Field in Ansonia. Ansonia leads it 7-0, what has turned out to be a defensive struggle. Ansonia faced with the 2nd and 12 at the Naugatuck 43. Sharkey back to throw out of the wishbone as a receiver out there, overthrows a wide open Johansson at the 35. Closest Naugatuck player on coverage was Plasky.
Sharkey gets a little bootleg action out, hits him in the hands here, a little bit tough in that the ball's velocity went through the intended receiver Johansson's hands, but not a bad throw by Kevin Sharkey on that 2nd down play. It brings up a 3rd and very long. The Chargers with excellent field position. We'll see if they can convert here with a 1st down. It is a very important drive here for Ansonia.
Duncan Delavolpe to the bottom of your screen. That is Pelotowski, the fullback in motion, a rush and a screen to Hendricks. Hendricks, 35, 30-yard line goes Fran Hendricks. Clarence Winston on the tackle along with Hairston.
Fran Hendricks avoids a tackle here on the screen. Screen to the outside. Now watch right here. Hendricks just leave this poor young guy right there, number 35, who missed the tackle, Fonseca, and Hendricks able to get downfield for a big first down. Fonseca had him labeled. Hendricks gave him a how do you do look and picks up the first down inside the 30.
All at the 28 of Naugatuck. Dave D'Onofrio and his hurdling act crosses the 25 down to the 24.
Again, the Chargers were knocking at the door early in this third quarter and are back now as we begin the fourth period down inside the 25-yard line. Again, a touchdown right here would pretty much put the game out of reach for Naugatuck. They have not done a good job offensively in this football game, and the Charger defense is certainly having a great morning here in containing the option and the bone of the Greyhounds.
Second down play coming up for the Chargers. Wishbone, that's Fran Hendricks. Blockers in front of him. Hendricks fights his way to the 20, tied up there by three-year starter at tackle and captain Mark Swanson, 6'2", 230-pound senior, playing his final game for the Naugatuck Greyhounds.
See Coach Craig Peters on that far sideline. His defense now has to stiffen right here. His defense must come up big. They did just a moment ago as the Chargers fumbled the football around the 5-yard line, but they have to come up big to get that ball back in the hands of the offense and give them an opportunity to win the football game.
Wishbone for Ansonia, nothing fancy. D'Onofrio inside the 15, Ansonia first down. Vic Fonseca, sophomore defensive end, on the stop for Naugatuck.
Good job on the left side of that offensive line, opening the hole for number 10, David D'Onofrio, as he just comes straight ahead as they've been doing all morning. Fonseca with the tackle, but not before D'Onofrio drags him down inside the 15 to about the 12-yard line. The Chargers, very basic all morning in their attack, but very successful with that basic running attack, being able to get the tough yards inside, both from Hendricks and David D'Onofrio.
They were setting the chains on the far side of the field. It is a first down for Ansonia. The line of scrimmage is the 13 of Naugatuck. First down for Ansonia. Kevin Sharkey at quarterback. David D'Onofrio slips outside. 10, inside the 10, inside the 5-yard line, out of bounds before he's driven out by Fruin.
Good job breaking it to the outside as D'Onofrio started inside. Here he will just bust it back to the outside and gets around the corner. Beats number 23, John Fruin, to the corner and gets down to the 3-yard line. Bring up a second and short right around the 3 as they will measure, but it is either going to be a first down or give him an opportunity to make it, as he's very close to that first down marker, picking up around 9.5 to 10 yards in that first down carry.
Fourth quarter action here at Jarvis Field in Ansonia. This is as good as time as any to mention our spotters in today's football game. Brad Chernovitz making a cameo appearance and spotting for us today, along with senior Carl Jansis from the Naugatuck Greyhounds. Carl is an injured player for the Naugatuck Greyhounds and a senior, and we thank both our spotters in today's football game.
First and goal, as you saw the measurement there. Coming up big, David D'Onofrio. The Chargers now on the 2-yard line. First down and goal. 9:47 left to go here in the football game. And things come up big for Ansonia here. They're going to be playing another game next week.
Kevin Sharkey, Fran Hendricks, touchdown Ansonia. Out of the wishbone, Hendricks has scored his second touchdown of the day, and that number's 22 for Fran Hendricks on the year.
Fran Hendricks, a 2-yard run. He just bust off tackle to the right side. Following Coughlin, Lally, and Berlinger, Johansson into the end zone. A big touchdown here with 9:43 left to go in this fourth quarter. Hendricks' 22nd touchdown. Great offensive drive by the Chargers as they have come up big here in this fourth quarter. 13-0, and now the conversion.
Allett will attempt the extra point. He gets it up and over the crossbar for the 14th Ansonia point. So the Chargers have scored here in the fourth quarter. They've taken a 14-0 lead. And Buddy Chernovitz, this is a different Ansonia team than we saw earlier. Amazingly, the Chargers have really been the club that has gone out there on the ground pretty much exclusively out of the wishbone and have just run the ball all day long. I think a lot of it, though, Buddy, let's face it, the fact that Keith Pelotowski out with an injury, they have adapted to what they have.
Well, they've not attempted to force Kevin Sharkey to do a great deal at quarterback. He has certainly been better than adequate. He is able to hand the football off. He's run the option when necessary, and he's thrown the football when necessary. But certainly Hendricks, D'Onofrio, Kinnebrew leading the blocking along with Pelotowski have certainly been able to open the holes. That offensive line, Diuto, Pacheco, Berlinger, Lally, Coughlin, have certainly done a tremendous job in getting into that Naugatuck defense and finding the seams or allowing the seams to be opened up and giving Hendricks and D'Onofrio a chance to go ahead with positive gains all morning.
Kinnebrew's kickoff coming deep end over end. Black on the other end. John Black with the football tied up at the 33-yard line. And Buddy, we can't stress on the Naugatuck side of the ledger, we cannot stress enough the importance of the loss to the Greyhounds of two-way performer and Captain Jay Perez.
Certainly when you look at his rushing and receiving and also his defensive play, he's certainly been missed on offense. He's done a great job for them, and that has certainly slowed that Naugatuck Greyhound offense down a little bit. There's no question about it.
Hands off to Black, and Black picks up about 6 yards on the play before he's upended by Sharkey in the secondary.
About a 5-yard gain, 6-yard gain.
Ball would be marked close to the Naugatuck 40-yard line. Now the Greyhounds have shown their character in the past, down by 2 scores against Sacred Heart. They came back to tie the game. Late in the game, they were down by 1 score. They came back. This is not a club that's going to fold up their tents. Second down. Plasky rolls to throw. As a receiver out there, incomplete. Mudry had double coverage. D'Onofrio along with
Berlinger up. Berlinger up in front. D'Onofrio behind as Plasky will roll to the near side. Does not throw the ball very well on this. The ball sails. Never had really an opportunity to catch it, but great coverage that time by both Bob Berlinger and David D'Onofrio. Brings up a big third down and about 4.5 yards.
Wishbone for the Hounds. The football at their 40-yard line. Movement on the left side of the Naugatuck line, and let's see how the officials unravel things here.
Swanson definitely was in motion for Naugatuck, number 72. Naugatuck that time, or Ansonia that time, was coming on a blitz as Berlinger was on his way trying to time the snap. Naugatuck went off, and it will bring up now a 3rd and about 9, which is, at this point in the football game, a throwing down for the Greyhounds. They've got to come up here with a first down. This could be a very big play in the football game. They don't have a lot of time to get 14 points right now the way Ansonia has been playing.
Greyhounds go to a spread formation, single back, and they give it to Black, the single back, and Black is swarmed under by the middle of that Ansonia defense, led by Mike Diuto, who's now in at defensive tackle.
Diuto is free as he comes in. They come with a little counter. There's Diuto right there. He hog ties him for a loss of about 3 yards, bringing up a 4th down, but an excellent defensive job. Naugatuck trying to catch Ansonia, did not throw the football that time, came with an attempt to run a counter type play, and Diuto came up big. A junior, 6'5", 250 pounds. Big play for that Ansonia defense.
Campbell is the punter, and he gets it off. It's a line drive kick fielded by Hendricks. 35 with a wall set up to the near side. Hendricks, midfield, 40, has the free field ahead of him, 30, 20, 10. Hendricks touchdown, and a mighty block by Marty Pelatowski to spring Hendricks at midfield. Fran Hendricks.
Fran Hendricks is being mugged down in the end zone, and Marty Pelatowski is being mugged at midfield. This is one of the greatest blocks you will ever see, as number 15, Marty Pelatowski, will take number 77 for Naugatuck to the cleaners right there, and then that block takes number 24 out, and that springs Fran Hendricks for the game-winning score here that has definitely put it out of reach. Hendricks is just on a stroll right here into the end zone. A great run, but a tremendous block by Marty Pelatowski, the senior captain, 5'10", 180 pounds, playing hurt today, but you'd never know it with that block. They will talk about that one in the Valley for years to come.
Pelatowski adds the extra point, and Ansonia has gone up ahead of the Greyhounds by a score of 21-0.
Somoza will remember that hit for the rest of his life, along with Marty Pelatowski.
And with a break in the action, and Ansonia leading at 21-0, let's take this timeout. Welcome back, everyone. Kinnebrew to kick off for Ansonia. We have just seen a 65-yard punt return for a touchdown by Fran Hendricks. Marty Pelatowski, the block that sprung him, and the ensuing kickoff, Bacchetti's knee touches down at the 18-yard line, and the Greyhounds have an almost insurmountable task ahead of them at this point. Buddy, a couple of the things, when you talked to Coach Peters before the game, a couple of his fears. Number one, he had a fear, the breakaway ability of a Hendricks, and Hendricks has hurt him here in the fourth quarter. And he also referred in the pregame to that big defensive line for Ansonia. He referred to them as the New York Giants, and those two things in combination might be your game story here today. First down, Plasky back to throw, hammered as he gets the pass off. Intended for Bob Mezzo.
Plasky is going to get drilled on the backside by Lenders as he releases the football. Does a good job getting it off. Receiver unable to hold it for the reception. And Naugatuck is going to have to put the ball up almost exclusively here as they are down 21-0 with 6:40 left to go here in this fourth quarter.
And this is not what the Greyhounds want to do. They can throw, oh yes, but they don't want to have it dictated to them. Plasky over the middle. It is picked off. Mungado now ruled an incompleted pass. Mungado had it in his mitts and dropped the football at the 25.
Harvey Mungado, senior, was right there. As you see, Coach Hunt has to be very pleased the possibility of his football team getting to play another football game. Plasky throws going away across his body. Mungado right there has it, and then right at the last second drops the football, but right on coverage. Good job by that defensive group.
Third down for Naugatuck. Plasky under a rush. Stallings along with Burkowski. The two tall trees in on Plasky. Plasky now and the Greyhounds inside their 10-yard line.
You definitely don't want to be in a throw situation here with that inside rush. They come very strong inside, as you see Stallings 79, along with help right there from Burkowski as they just knock Rob Plasky to the ground. Naugatuck backed up inside their 10. They have not done a good job in punting the football, and the Chargers certainly will have pretty good field position in this next series as they are beginning to dominate here in this fourth quarter of football.
Well, Campbell saves this a good punt for now. D'Onofrio on the other end. Eludes the pack and gets inside the 35-yard line. A fine punt by Campbell, kicking out of his end zone. It came to the Ansonia 45-yard line, and D'Onofrio returns it to the 33 of Naugatuck.
D'Onofrio is going to do a great job himself, breaking tackles, does a good job getting the ball into his body, preventing any fumble, and here he breaks a tackle. He's going to break another one right here as he's hit pretty good by number 34 Naugatuck, and then breaks that tackle and gets downfield for some additional yardage to about the 35-yard line, where Ansonia will set up shop in this fourth quarter of football. They enjoy a 21-0 lead, and they're not going to do anything more than be basic right here.
Hendricks slides, breaks it, 20-yard line, 10. Hey, streaking for the end zone, touchdown, Ansonia. Fran Hendricks found some free real estate ahead of him at the Naugatuck 20. Streaked down the left sidelines into the end zone for his 4th touchdown of the day.
Hendricks with an excellent cut right in the middle of the line there, and then his speed just takes it into the end zone. Watch now as Mr. Hendricks is not going to be denied. The last part here, he gets down and he just dives to the corner of the end zone for the pylon as he beats Mudry into the end zone with his 4th touchdown. A great fitting tribute to an outstanding career which Fran Hendricks has enjoyed here. If you go and walk up to Fran Hendricks at 5'9", 140, you definitely have to marvel at his abilities, and you have to also marvel at his blocking ability, as he has been one of the lead backs in that wishbone all morning in leading not only D'Onofrio but others through the line of scrimmage. He's a quality football player, does it in both ends, also able to play defense for them. 4 touchdowns, certainly a credit to that Ansonia offensive unit to be able to get Fran Hendricks in the end zone 4 times against a very, very good Naugatuck football team. At 8-2, already the NVL champions, who have sparkled. Ansonia sparkled this morning here in a very much needed victory for them to get into the playoffs, and then they will have to wait and see what happens down the street at Ryan Field.
Fran Hendricks has scored 4 times here today at Jarvis Field, 24 touchdowns on the year. Chris Kinnebrew's kickoff coming down to Eric Mudry. Mudry, a little bit of daylight ahead, and then the hole plugged up. And Mudry got up to the 36-yard line, stopped there by number 85 in his first action since the Derby game, Harold Bell.
Shelton Derby game. With 8 minutes to play, Shelton 21, Derby 7.
And as the score of the Shelton Derby game is announced, right now with 8 minutes left to go, it looks as if the Ansonia Chargers are going to get an extra game this year against the team that they beat for the championship last year, the London Whalers, as Shelton right now owns a 21-7 lead.
Plasky completes the first down pass play to Bob Mezzo at the 41-yard line. Ansonia leads it here at Jarvis Field, 28-0. 90th meeting between these two fine high schools in a series dating back to the turn of the century. Plasky on the hurry-up offense completes it to Mezzo again out to the 48-yard line.
Turning route that they have been throwing all morning. Plasky sets and throws the ball very well. Excellent reception for the first down yardage. Naugatuck trying to get themselves into the end zone. 4:04 left to go here in this 4th quarter. They have had a tough day offensively. A tribute to that front of Lenders, Flaherty, Kinnebrew, Stallings, Coughlin, Mangado, and Berlinger, the linebackers, Sharkey, Hendricks, D'Onofrio in the secondary. Also, Harvey Dantley, who has checked in now at the safety. Great defensive job by the Chargers.
Straight handoff from Plasky to Jeff Bucchetti, a standout sophomore running back for the Greyhounds. He'll be heard, a force to be heard from in the future. Kinnebrew along with Berlinger.
Berlinger gets the big one. He came in pretty good on the stop from his inside linebacker position. Had a lot of movement by both Mangado and Berlinger all day, and Naugatuck has not really picked them up.
Plasky throwing out to Eric Mudry for the reception down to the Ansonia 40-yard line and near sidelines. Bob Berlinger along with Harry Danley on the defensive coverage for Ansonia.
Plasky does a good job getting it out over Pelatowski to the outside. There's Pelatowski, and then Mudry right there on the catch. Does a good job catching the football and then getting to the out-of-bounds marker to stop the clock, because time is critical right now for the Greyhounds.
First down for the Hounds inside the Ansonia 40. Single back offense. That's Bucchetti in the backfield. Plasky unwinds downfield as a receiver out there. It is caught for a Naugatuck touchdown. Bob Mezzo on the far side of the field, caught it inside the 10-yard line and went into the end zone, and the Naugatuck Greyhounds are on the scoreboard.
Plasky throws the ball down the field about 47 yards. An excellent throw and catch. Great reception, and then getting into the end zone behind Harold Bell for Naugatuck, number 16, and that is Mark Campbell. Naugatuck never gives up. A quality football team all year. I think Ansonia has caught them today really unprepared for what they were going to get, and a great job by the Greyhounds on an excellent throw by Rob Plasky, the senior quarterback.
Vic Von Secca, the extra point kicker, and of course the Greyhounds will fake on the extra point attempt. Rob Plasky rolls and gets into the end zone for the 2 points. And the Greyhounds have made it a 28-8 football game.
And there you see D'Onofrio and Plasky exchanging handshakes as Plasky gets outside and gets into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. By the time Stallings wraps him up, he's over the line. A good job by the Greyhounds on that 2-point conversion.
Under 3 minutes to go here at Jarvis Field. Ansonia leading 28-8 to Naugatuck's credit, down 28-0. Plasky aired it out, marched the Greyhounds down the field for the score.
Got to be concerned here for the possible onside kick. The Greyhounds need the ball right back, as Ansonia certainly is up. They have their receivers right along the line. We'll see. And there it is.
And it just went the required 10 yards, and it appears that Ansonia has fallen on the loose football. As Buddy mentioned, Ansonia had adjusted to the onside kick, and I believe that Captain Dave D'Onofrio fell on the football.
You'll see the ball is kicked. It will travel the 10 yards there, 5, 8. It's touched before it goes to 10, so it becomes automatically Ansonia's football regardless of the recovery. The Chargers now 2 minutes and 29 seconds away from what looks to be a 11th game of the season in a meeting against the London Whalers, probably at Southern Connecticut Field next Saturday.
I don't know where you're getting your information from, but
I'll be willing to bet my salary this week that it's at Southern next week on the new artificial surface that the Southern Connecticut State University football team is going to enjoy playing on in the next century of Southern football.
Our viewers have heard Mr. Chernovitz and the wager
Go right
that
out on
he's made.
that limb and you can get the saw, Edward. Talked with John Sponheimer before the game. He said that if Ansonia was in the football game and that they won the playoff, that the site would be Southern Connecticut.
Second down coming up for Ansonia. The first down, a loss of one as Captain Dave D'Onofrio carried the football. Fran Hendricks picks his way through the center of the line, and he has been a nightmare for Naugatuck on this Thanksgiving Day of 1988. Fran Hendricks, the mighty mite, 5'9", 140-pound senior captain. Third and short coming up for Ansonia as we wind things down here. A little bit of over a minute to go, a minute and change here at Jarvis Field. Thousands of people have come and witnessed this 90th meeting. Ansonia, to this point, has won 46 games in the series. Naugatuck 32 and 11 have ended in ties. Third down, Sharkey on the rollout. Sharkey near sidelines, knocked out of bounds at the 32-yard line. John Fruin, the sophomore halfback defensively on the stop for the Greyhounds.
Sharkey just keeps the ball, rolls to the outside, gets the first down, and is driven out of bounds right at about the 31.5-yard line. Immaterial right now is the Chargers are just going to run the last 43 seconds off the clock and enjoy Turkey Day with a big 28-8 victory over the Greyhounds.
First down, and Sharkey just touches down. And, Buddy, let me get this message in right now. The fact that the Pop Warner New England Regionals are being held this weekend, Saturday the 26th in Methuen, Massachusetts, and both the Ansonia Pee Wee Coppers and the Shelton Vikings Midgets are involved in action up there this Saturday.
At the end of the game, will Coach Hunt and Marty Polakowski please report to the press box?
Second down, and touching down is the sophomore quarterback, Kevin Sharkey. This game is history. Ansonia has won their 47th game in the series to Naugatuck's 32 wins. In the 90th meeting, our final, Ansonia 28, Naugatuck 8, back with the presentation of the Fitzpatrick's Player of the Game Award right after these messages. Things up from here at Jarvis Field in Ansonia. And Buddy Chernovitz, Ed Clemens saying goodbye, everyone, and stay tuned right now for Shelton Derby highlights, their big Thanksgiving Day battle from Finn Stadium in Shelton. An estimated 8,000 fans poured into Finn Stadium in Shelton to watch the traditional Thanksgiving Day battle between Derby and Shelton. Shelton, under first-year coach Tony Branca, came in undefeated in the Housatonic League with an 8-0 record and 8-1 overall. Derby, the defending Housatonic League champs under coach Charlie DeCenzo, entered the game with an 8-1 overall mark and a 7-1 league record. Game conditions at Finn Stadium were ideal with sunny skies and temperatures in the low 40s. Shelton won the opening coin toss and elected to receive the football. On the first play from scrimmage, Steve Kalovich took a pitch out from quarterback Keith White and ran for 24 yards to the Gales' 45. 2 plays later, Kalovich tried the left side and picked his way down inside the Derby 40. Later in the drive, Shelton had a 1st and 10 from the Derby 26. The Raider defense tightened up at this point, stuffing the Shelton ground attack and setting up a 3rd and 9 at the 25. White, on a quarterback keeper behind a key block by Kalovich, ran for the first down to the 12-yard line. Fullback John Kearns later capped the 12-play, 78-yard scoring drive, diving into the end zone from 1 yard out. Drew Pickering added the extra point, and Shelton led 7-0. Shelton set the tone for the day on Derby's first offensive possession. First, the Gales stuffed the run inside. Then defensive ends Matt Miller and Brian McGovern sandwiched Raider quarterback Chris Gredoria for a loss when he turned and had no one to hand off to. On 3rd down, Captain Aurelio Gracia batted down Gredoria's pass at the line of scrimmage. Grutt tried to rally Derby, here connecting with his tight end Kevin Burns late in the first quarter, but all too often for Derby, this was the scene when the junior quarterback attempted to throw the football. Now in the second quarter, White on a 1st and 5 situation from the Derby 44 connected with wide receiver Steve Anderson on a fly pattern. Anderson caught the ball in stride at the 10 and waltzed into the end zone for the Gales' second score. Pickering converted on the extra point, and Shelton led 14-0. In the third quarter, Anderson stepped in front of intended receiver Steve Bizzato at the Derby 30, picked off the football, and galloped into the end zone to extend Shelton's lead to 20-0. Pickering's 3rd conversion on the day made the score 21-0 Shelton. Derby finally broke through in the scoring column in the 4th quarter. Burns intercepted Kalovich's halfback option pass at the Derby 40 and returned it inside the Shelton 40. 2 plays later, from the Shelton 37, Gredoria found Burns on the left sideline at the 12-yard line. Burns streaked into the end zone for the Raiders' only touchdown. Bizzato's conversion made the score Shelton 21, Derby 7. On Shelton's next series, Kalovich secured the Gales' excellent field position for the remainder of the game with this 44-yard scamper to the Derby 32, with only this fine individual tackle by Burns preventing another Shelton score. With the 21-7 victory over Derby, Shelton captured the Housatonic League crown. The Gales finished the regular season with a 9-1 record and a perfect 9-0 league mark. The Raiders concluded an extremely successful year with an 8-2 record and tied with Seymour for second place in the Housatonic League with a 7-2 mark. Shelton will now make its first appearance ever in the state playoffs when they go against Newington High School for the Class L title next Friday at Muzzy Field in Bristol for a 7:30 start. Ansonia will face the Whalers of New London in a rematch of last year's Class S title game. That game will be played Saturday afternoon, December the 3rd at 1:30 at Veterans Stadium in New Britain. Cable 10 Sports hopes to be on hand for coverage of both games.